So when my wife and I first moved to this forest about 2 years ago, I had grown up pretty much my whole life either in a city, a large city, or in a suburb. I was a chainsaw virgin for all intents and purposes. So when we moved here and I had to go buy a chainsaw, my intuition was to buy this. And this was the largest battery-powered chainsaw I could find. And really, there's nothing wrong with it. No complaints. It's great for small little branches and small little trees. But what I was trying to use it for was with an Alaskan chainsaw mill to saw lumber to trim out the doors and windows on this Hobbit hole. Now I cut enough wood out about 1.5 years ago to do these 2 windows. I'm out of wood now and I need to cut more to do the door and the other window. So I bought a bigger chainsaw. I got this one, which is much bigger, and I'm hoping it works a lot better. We'll see. I may come to regret this one as well because it's not a still, it's a Chinese knockoff of a still. All right, let's go down into the forest here and cut up some trees for the Hobbit hole. So this cedar tree fell down about 2 years ago when we first moved in a really massive ice storm where we lost our power for about a week. Shortly after that, I used that electric chainsaw to cut some of the boards out to trim those windows up there. It was pretty sketchy. I was standing on this alder underneath here. I don't feel comfortable doing that with the electric chains or with the new larger gas-powered chainsaw. So I think what I'm gonna try and do is cut down at the base where it's still attached to the root ball and just kind of have it fall and then cut about 6-foot sections off at a time and drag them up the hill to try and mill them at a flat spot up on this old logging road up here. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get at it. That would be me binding my blade and getting it stuck. Oh well. I'm gonna try lifting it with my back, and then you just pull the saw out.
Okay.
When the pressure's off the blade. Here, it's really heavy, so you're gonna want one hand here and here. Got it?
Yep. Who knows? The saw could have been holding that up and it could have crushed you.
Yeah, that could have been a bummer. So I was going to bring these logs up to this old logging road up the hill here, but they're just too heavy to haul up the embankment. So I've got some adjustable sawhorses. I'm going to go grab those, set them up on this little funky flat spot of the creek bank here, and just mill the lumber I want out right down here. That's one down and way more than I want to go. Well, it was a lot easier doing that with my son than doing it by myself. Go figure. Last step, we got to dry that wood out. If I just cut the trim out of it right now, as it dries, all the joints and stuff will split apart. So I'm going to paint the ends to keep the moisture from coming out of the ends too quickly and making the wood split. We're going to throw it in the Hobbit hole here, get a dehumidifier going and a fan, and get it all dry to trim the doors with. Okay, so it is not the door that I was hoping to have in by now, but that piece of plastic will enable the dehumidifier to suck the moisture just out of the wood in there and not out of the air all around the Hobbit hole. Well, that's drying. Next, I was going to say next week, that's not happening. Maybe in 3 weeks, I started the outdoor fireplace here, and I'll hopefully have that video up. That's going to be the base, and we'll go from there. Okay, until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.